Apresúrate, tienes 10 segundos para dar me gusta y suscribirte usando tu dedo meñique. No muchos pueden hacer esto, así que si lo logras tendrás buena suerte.
Acabo de enviar muchos pases de batalla y skins a mis suscriptores y enviaré más. Si tú también quieres un skin o pase de batalla, solo tienes que dar me gusta, comentar tu idea de Epic para poder agregarte y suscribirte con la campanita activada. Cada día hay un ganador al final del video. Y todos los que me sigan en mi Instagram y me manden captura de que usan mi código ganador en Fortnite podrán ganar más skins y pases de batalla que regalo en mi Instagram cada día. Con esto dicho, disfruten del video.
Chicos, sortearé 1000 pavos en cada video y 40,000 pavos al final de cada mes para 4 de ustedes. Y también muchas cuentas con skins que a todos les encantan como estas. Solo debes estar suscrito con la campanita activada, dar me gusta, comentar participo y usar mi código ganador en Fortnite. Mucha suerte a todos y gracias por apoyarme tanto. Chicos, hoy veremos jugadas muy épicas y divertidas, así que asegúrense de ver el video hasta el final, dar me gusta, comentar y suscribirte con la campanita activada. Disfrútenlo.
Chicos, creé un Discord en el cual podrás conocer personas para jugar a Fortnite u otros juegos y para comenzar estamos sorteando 1000 pavos en Discord. El ganador se dará mañana y habrán sorteos y eventos cada 2 días, como también partidas personalizadas casi diario. Tenemos salas para que compartas tus clips de Fortnite, tus memes favoritos y hasta tu setup. En todos podrás ganar recompensas. Hay niveles y rangos en el servidor que podrás ir desbloqueando. ¿Qué esperas por unirte? El link está en la descripción. ¡Te esperamos!
Furious here, already in a fight to kick it off in Lazy Lake, and I'm seeing that there looks like there's 3 players here actually. Maybe we were right, maybe we're seeing a bit of a booger moment. Furious having to push off Illest and Roat not looking too great though, so maybe it's going to be a toe-to-toe. Furious finding his way out, like you said. Don't take those 50-50s, Sundown. You got to try and find your way out. There's lots of buildings here. Let's get into another one. I don't want to see the guy in the lead with 2 people on him the second we jump into the game.
So, in almost every single circumstance, I would say just absolutely sprint away to the center of the zone. But with that being said, he has massive shield and loot advantage on pretty much anybody else on an early drop. There's no way anybody else that's holding 75 extra shield plus a blue pump and a green SMG. You could straight clinch the game right here if you're able to clean up these 2 fights. Instead, is opting to go the safe route, backing off, giving time for Roat to get shield. So looks like the slightly safer but less fun and clutch play coming out there from Furious.
Yeah, so Furious is able to make the reboot run. If you guys haven't been following the FNCS kind of format so far from the start, Furious is one of the players that didn't qualify from week 1, didn't qualify from week 2, had to go into the reboot round, and actually then came second to SF Roller. So if you came second in reboot, maybe those extra 6 games, that extra competitive practice was enough to really help you out here today, because he's making a case for it that reboot round, you've got to give him some respect. These are still, that was the 20 best players out of everyone invited or qualified from NA East. So Unknown, one of those other players you've got to put some respect on here in this fight. With this loadout too, this could shake things up massively. I know last week watching, I think it was week 1 or week 2, Unknown pulling out 6 1-pumps back to back, making it look like it was a public match, and he's got the weapons and loadout to do it this game as well in game 12 of a finals.
Yeah, huge shot there coming up from Unknown. Tries to line up the second one. Actually, I'm not sure if he blocked his own shot off there, not quite getting the trade out in time. So a little bit of a misplay dropping there, but still trying to win this box fight out. You can see some good pressure around the sides, trying to track the player. Splode's coming out, drops in behind it, 55 white tag, immediately trying to replace and is able to pick up grass. As we see, Furious is sandwiched between Legendian and Unknown, and that is a not precarious position to be in.
That's not someone you want to be set up next. So as soon as I see Unknown's name next to Furious, and I pointed out the loadout he had before, and Unknown is one of those players known for just being like leaving it all out there. Look, I've had a good tournament, but I want to have a great tournament. I want to go strong towards the end. And he had that legendary pump in the back pocket. So Furious still looking pretty good though. Obviously he doesn't know that, and again, you've got to assume everyone around you is a top-notch player. Has the launch pad still in zone, pulls pretty close. Furious maybe getting a little bit, I don't want to say lucky, but he's finally having fate go towards his way at the very end here to close this one out. I saw Jark, who looked like he was in a pretty good position as well. I think we still have Kanata, Neon, and Zate still in this one. So everyone in the top 5 still alive as far as I'm aware, unless you've seen something I haven't, Sundown.
nobody who I've seen go down there, but again, as we talk about it, the longer Furious is in the lobby, the better his chances get. We saw it with Janus, was able to steal kind of the top 10 there. If you're not seeing those players in the top 5 begin to rack up eliminations, you know that you're safe. You know you're just going to be able to kind of run it out. We've talked about kind of those probabilities going through. Shout out to Prodigy Analytics for being able to run the calculations based off of the standings and the scoreboard. Don't want to play too much of a spoiler going on there. You guys can check it out if you want the probability, but odds are pretty good it's going to Furious based off of the math. We can see it there unless somebody is able to start picking it up. Just a reminder for what the top 5 looks like. It's Furious 29 points clear of Jacques. Neon is 11 points behind that. Canada was 1 point behind Neon, and then Zate 9 points behind, with Assault and Mega just in striking distance. Those are the names. If any of them start popping off, you'll want to be paying attention, but otherwise it's all about what happens with Mr. Furious. Second place in week 2. Can he string home a fantastic 2-day performance to be our FNCS NA East Grand Final champion?
We have all those names there. So far, I think all of the top 7 are all still in this one, so it's going to close out. And again, we've been focusing on first place, but there's so many placements up for grabs here, and who can jump up, who can still kind of shuffle their way up through this leaderboard, as we see Furious now watching people go over him, just sitting nice and pretty in his medal, kind of being a little bit relaxed, seeming like he's playing all right, coming to check out this going. They're so close together in competitive Fortnite. Everyone is just shoulder to shoulder, wall to wall. And Furious needs to just kind of stay safe here, trying to, and then look, there it is, as we got to be careful as well. You don't want to make too much noise, alert everyone the fact that you're here, so trying to relax out a little bit as we get a very, very, I want to say vanilla zone. There's a bit of water, we've got a bit of a hill, some trees, but this is going to close out in a relatively okay area for a lot of these players. We can see an airdrop coming down here towards Furious's direction as well, which means it's guaranteed launch pad there as well in case he needs it. All these little things, all these little bits of information are going to help these players so much close this one out. And we've seen it a few times in solos as well. We've seen great final game performance. There's nothing better than winning your last game, even if it jumps you up in so many points, just to stand victorious as you are victorious. And Canada picks up an elimination, which can jump him up there as well, with only 1 point separating him from third. So Neon maybe saw that one and realized there's a bit of pressure on him too now.
And we talk about it, it's not just the first place implications that go on here. We saw Wave Flick over in EU have a $39,000 game, jumping him up into 6th place there. You can still be a hero and make a name for yourself in the final match.
$39,000 in one game. Is Scoped doing the same thing here, jumping himself straight up through here. Got a nice little spot for Canada. He's looking pretty good. Good loadout too. The purple pump on Canada. He has incredibly accurate aim when it comes to those end games, those purple pumps. Has so much practice in solos, like I said, competing and taking all those cash cups, all those in-game tournaments so seriously. So this end game here is just looking like any other day in the park for him. Don't know if he's feeling too nervous. We'll have to see, as Rogue Shark getting beamed up on the edge, trying to find his way in. We do see Mega, who's still in here as well, and Vexy looking like he's in a nice spot on the high ground. Zate just one stop below that is Bizzle trying to make his way back in. Had a really unfortunate last few games, but could still have a phenomenal last performance as Scope gets another elim. Unknown gets another elim as well. So Scope jumping up higher and higher. Assault inside his box right now. That is massive. That could have jumped him out of his top 5. Assault still having it going toe-to-toe, surviving that one. Still has the floppers, has the minis, the aggressive push not working. And now his loadout's even better for it with 4 points extra.
And now has the heavy snipe and the rocket combo as we're moving in the half in, half out. Jacques picks up an elimination onto Avery, so trying to climb back up there as Assault continues rotating around the side. Again, it's all about eyes on Furious as Jacques has the high ground, but he's also battling Unknown over there. You see Illis over on the low ground as we pan out. Mega still in the lobby. Canada rotating towards the front. Eclipsey picks up Joey just inside our top 40. Another placement point going down. But again, just trying to keep an eye on that top left corner, keeping an eye on anybody in the top 5. Canada was pushed up towards there. Miro picks up Timber's P-God. Still just trying to rotate into zone. He has priority, and it's pulling a little bit back towards some of these old builds, but he needs to be careful as pretty much everyone is going to have to rotate back past him. He's going to be looking for ambush eliminations here, but I'm not super hopeful in that, honestly.
Let's see. It's coming to the final game, guys. This is game 12. This is where we make celebrities. Fortnite makes overnight celebrities. Furious, not an unknown name, but this could be his chance to become the next big thing in competitive Fortnite, winning NA East, being the solo champion. Oh, as we see Deegan going down, Canada maybe wanting to battle for that one as well. A big name in his own right. We're going to crown a champion, and we're going to find out who is in NA East the best competitive solo player in arguably one of the most competitive regions. It is a mantle anyone would be proud to hold, but even a top 5, top 3, those finishes are still incredible and do such a big thing for these young pro players' careers too.
Collazo took down Neon during that rotation, so that was one of our top 5 who got dropped. As we hop on board with Furious, he's doing fine. 469 above, but he is completely out of builds. 33 players remaining still, so tons of Fortnite to be played as we're in the 6th zone, and our current leader is out of builds, but 238 tags in a white. Can it be enough? He has to get this elimination. He's trying to push forward. Jaybird picks up class in the feed. Furious could be able to clutch it up here if he's able to get a refresh. Gets pushed back though. No more builds. He's completely at the mercy of the players around him. He goes down outside the top 30. Scope picks up Legend DN, so it is open for somebody to take it out. But as we say that, Polarized picks up Jock. Jock is now out. The main contender is out, and it is all down to whether Canada or Assault can make enough of a run and get enough points to contend towards the top. We hop on board with Assault as he's floppering out in the storm and going for the high ground. This is one of the players who could contend for it, as Canada also picks up Miro. Those are the 2 names you want to watch as we close out NA East here.
Yeah, we do. We have so many of the players going down in that top 4, so we're looking at Assault, we're looking at Canada. I think Mega might still win this one, as Zate did go down. They can jump themselves up high, as Assault is jumping down here. Only has 15 builds left to his name, finds himself in a very precarious situation in this box. Has those floppers, has no shield, just trying to get into a box of his own as all these players are making their way through. 17 alive. Scopes picks up another elimination. This is a massive game for Scopes. I think you're going to see him catapult through the leaderboard as Saf picks up an elimination too. Assault gets a little bit of breathing room. Top 15 now. He's going to start finding his way through. He's going to find his way through that player. He makes his way through, takes down Showbeam. Collazo goes down in the feed. Assault making a good run for this, as Canada is a name I have not seen in the feed. He is somewhere here, and he is racking up points as well. No, he goes down. Mega gets the elim, so it's Mega and Assault, those 2 players who have massive chances of jumping themselves up through the leaderboard, Sundown.
Eyes are all in Assault right now, trying to make the run, and as we say that, he gets blasted, but blast right back. Scope gets taken down. His run ends at the hands of the other controller god, Assault, and the Siphon being just enough to keep him up as he pushes forward to the top 5. 188 points. You got Eclipse up on the high ground. The other part of that trio, Mega underneath him, Assault just above, and then you have TJ down on the low ground, rounding out the top 4. Assault looking to find it with the rocket, finds run down, and TJ goes down on the low ground. Now sandwiched between Mega and Eclipse. Can Assault take out either side of the bread and get enough points? 197 right now, trying to push forward with both the elims and the victory. It could be enough to catch Roller if he does absolutely everything you can see him looking for, but shot through the tree. Veteran Eclipse shuts down Assault's run, and that's going to be that, as Eclipse and Mega battle it out to close out NA East.
They go toe-to-toe right now, and Eclipse has to have the loadout advantage. He has the pump in hand. Mega takes a heavy shot, has those floppers, has those minis, but the pressure on the wall does not stop. It is relentless here. Mega goes down. Eclipse taking him out. 2 of the biggest names in competitive Fortnite. Still a huge run from Mega there. You have to think, Sundown, did he hold on to it? Did Furious hold on to it as that?
On the front side of the zone, Fire shooting back across it. We're going to hop on board here with Furious, a player who was in 4th going into this match. He picks up another elimination there. Zum going down. He is on the low ground, which means action is going to be happening all around him. You can see him desperately trying to make sure that heavy sniper is reloaded for a push. Has a solid amount of mats here going into the end game as Hornet drops Dizzle just inside of the top 20.
I'm in a food coma, yeah. I'm slowly fucking...
Huge
holy...
Dropping around the side, does need to make sure he covers himself there. 7 HP flopper goes off just in time. 37 HP, he has 3 more. Does he go for the shot of the flopper?
Oh my god.
The player across from him is getting to back up with the zone. You see Cal down to Booga in the zone. Furious on the backside. You lost track of him. Christ, you knew he was there.
Fuck yeah.
Furious picks up his 4th elimination, and now he's running through on the tarp. Has plenty of mats again. We talked about it.
Holy shit.
In the water. You want his materials. Comment on going down to 11th as he's closing on the top 10, but it's all on Furious.
It is. Furious has jumped ahead of this one. Canada went down in the feed, which means this is Furious' chance to jump up. We've lost all those players in the top 5. I believe it is just down to Furious now to try and close this one out. SF Roller had a crazy run yesterday as Furious gets sis lucky. He might break the 200 points here. 192 points, 5 players alive.
Holy shit.
Has no builds left, has to drop down, goes toe-to-toe, and we know how good Furious is toe-to-toe. Takes down Spark. This is a 6th elimination run here. There's only 3 opponents to deal with, 2 opponents to deal with. Furious gets the map refresh now. It's a 1v1v1. He's losing out on this match, though. He's being sprayed from high ground and low ground. He's getting focused. Only has the 1 flopper. Needs to close this one out. SF Roller in front of him. Furious versus Roller. First and second from the reboot round. The 2 reboot stories. They almost come
7
through.
kills, second place. Popped off hard. You got more points than Jock did, didn't you?
210 points. Furious.
Time for real. Sorry about that. The standings are confirmed. Furious there holding it down, 217 points. Our FNCS Invitational champion in NA East. Assault, though, with that last little bit, jumped up into second place just over a Jock. But still, all this top 5's got to be feeling really good about their performance.
I mean, you have to feel good about that, right? Being the champion in NA East, rolling